Okay, hello. Hello, everyone. My name is Verena, and we are going to do a EFT session, Emotional Freedom Technique. And what that is that we are using acupressure points, and we're tapping, which we utilize the energy meridians, which are pathways for the energy to flow in our body, and it promotes feelings of well-being, and it reduces hormones and regulates our nervous system, which we could all use, right? So let's get started. Okay, and so if you've never done EFT before, we're going to use 9 points. So we have the karate chop point, the inside the eyebrow point. It's a little sensitive. Again, you can use left hand, right hand, or both hands, both fingers, right? So inside the eyebrow, outside your eye, underneath your eye, which is sensitive, a little sensitive area, underneath your nose, your chin, your collarbone. And then if you do wear a bra, it's the top of your bra strap. If you don't, it's a little below your underarm, a sensitive spot. And then the top of your head. All right, so these are the spots, and we'll tap on them probably around 5 to 8 times each one. And each point, and we'll start off with a statement. And usually we start off with a statement. It seems like a negative statement or something that we're dealing with, and we'll tap on that negative feeling and work through that. And then we'll go to the other side of it, which is the positive reframe of what's going on. So and in this specific one, what we're going to do is we're working on fear and trust. And so we're going to focus on ourselves, and then we're going to go out into the world. So there's going to be 4 rounds. One round regarding trust in ourselves, fear of trusting ourselves, fear of trusting other people. And then we're going to expand out to feeling safe with ourselves, trusting that we can trust ourselves, we trust our community, and then the fear of the world, what's going on in the world, politicians, feeling powerless in that aspect, and then the bigger picture of being able to trust that we can make decisions in community. And yeah, and so that's what it's going to look like today. Every once in a while, I created this beautiful script. So every once in a while, I might be looking at the script, and you can close your eyes so you won't be distracted by whether or not I'm looking at the script or not, or you can just be with us and trust your process. You can't do it wrong at all. You showing up is amazing, and let's do this in community. So we'll get started here. Let's see. Yep. Okay. Perfect. 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 Um, Feel free to take a sip of water before we start. Let's hydrate before we go on this mission. Okay. All right. So we're going to start with our karate chop. Take a deep breath in. Oh, another thing we want to do is we want to look and see in our body right now from a scale from 1, which is 1 to 10, 10 being I'm feeling a lot of fear or a lot of I don't trust myself. Um, And 0 is like, I'm good. Like, I have never been better. I just am just happy to be here. So rate yourself in your internal state from 0 to 10 right now. And then just remember that. Okay, so here we go. We're tapping on the karate chop point. We're saying, even though I feel fear and I struggle with trust, I deeply and completely accept myself. I'm going to do this 3 times. Even though I feel fear and I struggle with trust, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I feel fear and struggle with trust, I deeply and completely accept myself. Okay, and now we're going to start with the tapping points. So the eyebrow. I feel this fear. I feel this fear. Okay, moving on the side of the eye. It makes it hard to trust. Okay, under the eye. This fear holds me back. Under the nose. I feel anxious about trusting others. Chin. I feel like I can't trust myself. Collarbone. This fear feels overwhelming. Under the arm, I've been hurt before and it's hard to trust again. Top of the head, I acknowledge this fear and how it affects me. Okay, and remember to breathe. And you might feel body sensations when you're tapping, and that's perfect. Okay, so we're going to the eyebrow. This fear that I can't let go of. Side of the eye. This trust I struggle to build. Under the eye. I feel alone in this fear. Under the nose, the uncertainty that keeps me from trusting. Okay, let's just take a deep breath. Okay. This fear, chin. Collarbone, the trust I struggle to build. Under the arm, yeah, the underarm, this fear. Top of the head, I acknowledge this fear. Okay, back to the eye point. I am safe in this moment. Side of the eye, I choose to trust myself. Under the eye, I am open to trusting others. Under the nose, I release this fear. Chin point, trust is growing within me. Collarbone, I feel calm and secure. Under the arm, I am worthy of trust. Top of the head, I embrace trust and let go of fear. I embrace trust and let go of fear. Okay. And now Take a deep breath in and then let it out. And then go back to your barometer and check to see if anything has shifted from 1 to 10. If you might feel more energy in your system that you didn't, like maybe you were at a 1 and now you're at a 4 or 5, or maybe you were at a 10 and now you're at a 8 or a 7. Just check and see where you're at, and we're going to move on to our next setup statement. So we're going to start again with the karate chop. Even though I feel fear about what's going on in the world and I struggle to trust, I deeply and completely accept myself. Okay, and we're going to say that 2 more times. Even though I feel fear about what's going on in the world, I struggle to trust. I deeply and completely accept myself. And 1 more time. Even though I feel fear about what's going on in the world and I struggle to trust, I deeply and completely accept myself. Okay, now we're going to the eyebrow. I feel this fear about the state of the world. Side of the eye. I worry about politicians and their intentions. Under the eye. I feel anxious about government actions. You might be feeling a lot of energy right now. That's okay. Under the nose, these fears about war are overwhelming. The chin. I feel powerless in the face of these global issues. Collarbone. It's hard to trust when there's so much uncertainty. Under the arm. I feel alone in my worries about the world. Top of the head. I acknowledge this fear and all it affects on me, all of its effects on me. Okay, back to the eyebrow. This fear of what's happening in the world. Side of the eye, this fear of what's happening in the world. Under the eye, this fear of what's happening in the world. Under the nose, the distrust I feel about people, towards those people in power. The distrust I feel towards those in power. Collarbone, the anxiety about all the conflicts. Under the arm, I feel uncertain about the future of my community. Top of the head, I feel uncertain about the future of my community. Deep breath. Eyebrow point. I choose to find peace in this moment. Side of the eye. I trust myself to navigate these fears. Under the eye, I am open to trusting my community. Under the nose, I release my fear about the world in this moment. Chin point, I believe in the goodness of the people around me. Collarbone point, I feel safe and supported by my community. Under the arm, I can trust myself to make informed decisions and choices. Top of the head, I embrace trust and let go of fear. Eyebrow, I trust that I can handle whatever comes my way. Side of the eye, I find strength in the present moment. Under the eye, I trust my intuition and my instincts. Under the nose, I trust that there are good people in my community. On the chin, I trust myself to make informed choices. Collarbone, my community is filled with supportive individuals. Under the arm, I feel safe in this moment. Top of the head, in this moment, I feel safe in this, I find strength in this present moment. I find strength in this present moment. I find clarity in this present moment. I find peace in this present moment. Okay, take a deep, big breath and then let it all go and just release. Allow yourself to feel the shift in your emotions. You might want to journal or meditate after this and see what else comes up. And then feel free to repeat this tapping sequence whenever you encounter any fear regarding the world or struggle with trust. The consistency will help reinforce the positive feelings and diminish some of that fear. Yeah. So it's been a pleasure being with you all. And from my heart to yours. And until next time, take care. Bye bye.